anyway. Can you get to the Giants and the Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagles lost again after this 10-game winning streak. They go ahead and lose back-to-back games. Got blowed out on Thursday Night Football by a couple of rookies, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, and the New York Football Giants. And a lot of it stems from a really, really bad offense, all right? They entered the game ranked 26th in rushing, and they're supposed to be a rushing team, and they couldn't run the ball after the first drive last night. Jalen Hurts. So they said, hey, we can't run the ball. Jalen Hurts is going to be our guy. In the last 3 games, Jalen Hurts is 6 for 28 on third down. He's completing just 35% of his passes on passes beyond 10 yards. In the second half of games, when teams make their adjustments offensively, defensively, they rank in the bottom 5 in damn near every advanced stat when it comes to offense. Needless to say, now you had a team meeting between Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, which A.J. Brown doesn't remember. We'll talk about that later.
He just said it was in the parking lot. It wasn't a sit-down.
And now you got Lane Johnson, who never talks, saying, yeah, our offense has become too predictable. It's all bad in Philly.
Yeah. We've been talking about for a handful of weeks now. And, Rob, the issues I have are, you know me, identity. And historically, the last couple of years, nice run they've
Super
been
Bowl
on
champ is what their identity is.
Right. And you're only as, Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately right now? And
No.
Lately,
Nobody's won the Super Bowl yet, so they're still Super Bowl champ.
No, without a doubt. And what they've done for me lately is not look like Super Bowl champs. And that's what's concerning because one of the things is, you know me, what's your identity? Okay, we're hard-nosed, we play defense. Great. Okay, at least we know if the offense is struggling, you can lean on that. Great example, and I've been telling Rob G this a couple times when you were out, Rob, was that at least the Texans can hang their hat on that. C.J. Stroud struggling, but we keep being in games because of our defense,
But you're not winning. What does that mean? So what?
No,
but they weren't winning.
What I'm saying
so
is,
at least we do the same. At least we do the same thing over and over, even if we don't win.
No,
okay, that's
my
great.
point is, you at least can say one of the halves of what you need, the defense and offense, we have locked down. They don't have that right now. So with the Eagles, that's what makes it really interesting. Is that if you could say, well, shoot, man, defense is sucking right now, but at least we got Lamar and Derrick Henry. Our offense is great. That's not the case with the Eagles, and that's what makes it
so
really
that's
strange.
good that they lose and give up 40 points every night, but you got
and
Derrick Henry
that's what really
in them?
makes this strange. So if you look at the offense right now, total offense is 30th. How do you only get 261 yards in a total game? That's crazy. Passing, 31st. Rushing, at least we can hang our hat on that. No, you can't. 25th. Then you go to the defensive side of the ball. Total defense, 20th. 26 in rush defense. They're not stopping anybody. They're 17th in scoring, so people can score on them. It's just very strange right now for a reigning champ to not have an identifiable trait. That is what makes this really weird. Usually, if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs last year, where I heard you diss on them for an entire year, but yet they won, yet the Eagles you keep defending, but what I'll add to that was at least they could say, we're down receivers, we're down Pacheco, we're down our running backs. The Eagles have their full roster. You have maybe on paper the best 2 receivers as far as a tandem. Then you have a running back who should be top 1, 2, 3, a good offensive line, a quarterback who's been there for years. So this is what makes it strange, Rob, is that what is going on? And now you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown on the bench.
Yeah, but you left out one thing. Do you have a new offensive coordinator who's never called plays?
So then why is the defense bad?
I'm just asking you.
So why
the offensive and defensive line aren't the same as they were last year. It was an all-time. Both of them were great.
And I'm with
my
why
only point
I'm concerned.
Is, okay, you're concerned as to what? They're not going to make the playoffs. They have no shot to win the Super Bowl. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. What are you concerned about? What's your concern? What's your concern? That what?
If you let me get it out.
Okay, tell me.
That if I'm A.J. Brown, if you see why you're saying what is wrong with our offense, we're going to need to be able to score to win games. And they cannot score the ball.
If they're giving up 34 points to the 1-4 Giants as well, or if they fumble the ball or give the ball up or throw a bad pick, like those are the things that go into the game as well, and you can't act like those things didn't happen. And my
only happen routinely.
Of course they do, and that's my point. That there's certain things. It's just like the Ravens when they gave up those games with big time fumbles in the worst the worst moments or situation. It didn't correct anything, or if it didn't happen, they probably would have won 2 more games. My only point is, What is your concern? Are they not going to make the playoffs?
What do you mean? What is my
I'm
concern?
asking
Their
you.
concerns, they look terrible. It's
okay, can they get better?
Can
they get better, or this is their team? Is what I'm asking you.
I'll answer it very easy. Yes, they can get better. You know why? Because they're 31st and they're 30th. So yes,
so you're
you
telling
can't
me
go
they're
backwards.
not going to make the
you
playoffs?
Can't get any
Is
worse.
that what you're going to tell me? Is that what you're telling me?
You're doing
what are you
the
telling
easy,
me?
oh,
They're
not going to make the
4-2.
playoffs.
My
I'm
God.
telling you that
they're
they
terrible.
look bad.
They're 4-2.
Oh my God. Doing what we do.
The Eagles are awful. My God. They can't win a game.
Bad.
Oh, yes, they're terrible. But they won't make the playoffs.
We assess what we see.
I'm watching it too.
And they look bad. They simply look bad.
No, you said you have concerns. What are your concerns? Your concerns should be.
Are your ears listening?
What are your concerns? Is that no.
They look horrible.
No,
right
that's
now.
not the concern. That's
answer.
not the concern. The concern is that they can't get better because Jalen Hurts is not good enough because their offensive line is not good enough because their defense isn't good enough. That's a concern. Not that you played a poor game a week or two in a row.
You have not played a poor game. They played a poor game every game. Just
That's
about
what
every
I'm
season.
asking you. Then you're saying that Jalen Hurts can't get better and that they're doomed. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm asking you.
No, it's a very simple answer.
I'm asking you.
Rob Parker. Say whatever you want to say.
No,
That's your
I would
chance.
say something.
You have a microphone in front of your face. You're not saying anything.
I don't
All you're
see
saying
it. No, I don't
you're
see
literally
it.
not saying
I'm not
saying
concerned.
anything.
I don't have
there's
concern.
Your answer.
That is my answer.
I'm very concerned.
I'm
they
not
look awful.
concerned.
And when your
they're
own
going to the
teammates, your own
playoffs.
players
They're going to win the division.
And they're not
you're just like when we went to the Super Bowl. Oh, Jalen Hurts. If he has to throw the ball, I'm concerned they won't be able to win because Jalen Hurts is this and that. And guess
their
what?
offense and
he was the MVP.
Dominated that game.
He was the MVP. He made every throw that needed to be made.
The best part about this is, here's the best part about it. At least one thing I can say is, dang it, I'm consistent. Because you sat up here for an entire year telling me about the Chiefs, and the Chiefs had all the clause to say that.
I told you for 2 years. You weren't here one of those years.
Yeah, well, then why would I talk about a year I wasn't here?
Well, I said it for 2 years. It wasn't for 1 year.
So you told me for 2 years, but that mean they won a championship.
They're not the same team.
And then they got to the Super Bowl.
They're not the same team.
And the Eagles aren't the same team at all. That's exactly my point, but you ignore that the Eagles are not the same team. That's exactly my point. That the Chiefs aren't the same team, but the Eagles aren't. The Eagles look.
But you can't tell me what you're concerned about. Concern means concern means that you can't win, or you can't get back to the Super Bowl, or you can't make the playoffs.
They're not getting back to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I said that yesterday.
Okay.
They're not getting to the Super Bowl. Absolutely not getting back to the Super Bowl. That's not happening. But the fact that you are watching this team and acting like this is normal. Teams that get to the Super Bowl and win have top 5 offenses, at least top 7.
I saw the Lions throw 5 interceptions in a game, and you know what? They happened to win that game against the Texans, but I didn't go, oh, my God, there's no way they're going to win.
Wait. You said what about the Lions? They threw 5 interceptions in a game?
They did.
No, I know, in a game. The same team that went ballistic offensively were the same team.
No, and then what happened was when they got to the biggest game, and the biggest game of the year, he threw 3. And that's why I told you I was never all about Jared Goff, because I've seen that Jared Goff. That's all my point is. My point is, at that point, you didn't write off the Lions because Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, did you? No, you didn't.
Because they weren't. In fact, they were first in offense.
It doesn't matter. It showed you about what he has the potential to do, which is
anybody can have a bad game. My point is, this has been a bad year. How can you sit up here and act like this isn't a bad year? And
I told you I don't have a concern level. That's the difference between me and you. You're concerned. I'm not concerned. This is a bump in the road. They'll figure it out. They have way too many good players that they won't get it figured out.
Everything.
Okay, that's how they're going to figure it out. Okay, are you telling me they're not going to win? Are they going to win the division? No. Who you got in the division? Who's winning the division?
The Washington. They could very well.
I'm asking you. Is that who you're picking? Washington to win the division?
I'm not sitting up here telling you who's going to win. I'm telling you where they are today. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.